The medals keep coming at the Rio Olympic Games with just a few days to go until the closing ceremonies. Team USA secured even more gold Thursday, and with their wins, the American athletes made it the 100-medal mark. Dana Jacobson has been with us throughout the entire game to talk about all the stuff, some of the stuff you watched, some of the stuff you didn't watch. But Dana, I can't even start to talk to you about the Olympics without talking about Mr. Lochte. He posted an apology on Twitter and I think other social media accounts. What'd you make of that?
Well, I think he had to do it. A lot of the talk today has been about what does this mean for him going forward with sponsors and also with USA Swimming. And USA Swimming in the past has come down hard on its athletes over, let's say, obviously doping issues, a marijuana test, a DUI, things like that. I expect them to come down pretty hard on him. And as for his sponsors, you have to have the apology out there for them if you expect them to back you. They've all said we're sort of watching everything right now. His sponsorship with Speedo ends this year, so it's a question if he keeps swimming. Will that sponsorship perhaps be renewed? He's got Polo out there. He's got an air mattress company. And a lot of the people in the marketing industry are saying, and they're right in this, he's already at the tail end of his career, but he still has the ability to keep swimming. You have to wonder whether these sponsors want to go forward. If you're going forward with somebody at the end of their career, it's because they're the model citizen.
Right. He's
not that right now. And I'll remind people, Michael Phelps had Kellogg's as a sponsor when, as a younger Michael Phelps, he had the picture of him with a bong. Kellogg said, that's not our brand, and that's Michael Phelps.
Interesting.
So remember, this is swimming. These Olympians don't have the same sponsors that some of the other sports do, so it'll be interesting to watch this going forward.
Right, and so how bad could it get for him, I mean, in terms of a suspension?
He's got $1 million, as far as sponsors, he's got $1 million in sponsorships. If he lost those, that would be huge. That means how do you go ahead and train? And USA Swimming can do whatever they choose to do as far as a suspension. Could be a year ban, it could be a 6-month ban. It's whatever they choose to do that they see as appropriate. But this is a huge black eye on the biggest stage. This is Olympic swimming. This is the biggest time of the year of a 4-year span for these swimmers. You don't want the black eye that Ryan Lochte has given them at this point.
No, you do not. I'm sure everyone involved wants it just to go away as quickly as possible. So let's talk about some happy things, right? Feel-good stories, right? Let's go to track and field. Lots of highlights there. Of course, we got to talk about Usain Bolt.
Yeah, Usain Bolt did what we expected him to do. He went out and won gold in the 200. There was a lot of talk afterwards about how he ripped off a number at the very end, like he was disappointed.
Yeah.
Now, he did want to do a sub 19 second. It's hard to not say 19 minute, by the way.
I know.
Yeah, 19-second race, and he didn't. It was 19.78, which was even shy of his world record mark. He really wanted to set a new record mark. He still won, and he did say, I'm not disappointed. I am happy. I did what I set out to do. 2 races so far, 2 golds. He has 1 more. The relay 4x100, that's tonight. If he does that, 9 gold medals for him in the Olympics overall.
That's pretty good. Now, he said that he's going to retire after this.
Turns 30 on Sunday.
Wow.
Not that that's old, but we know, as we've been talking about all these sports, in sporting age, look, he's still beating all these guys, so you have to wonder, but it's the time commitment. Do you want to keep doing it? He is a superstar in his home country. Are there other things he wants to do? And if not, I guess maybe he could be like the Michael Phelps, I'm retiring, and then we see him again.
Yeah. No one's going to get a gold but me. Let's talk about Ashton Eaton.
I mentioned it at the tail end yesterday. So Ashton Eaton is the decathlete, and he went on and he did repeat as the Olympic gold medalist. First one to do it since 1952. And there have only been 3 that have won 2 golds in this event. I love the title of it. You're the most athletic man in the world when you win this. And he's had 4 straight between World Championships and Olympics, so he has been at the top of his game for so long as a U.S. athlete. And we just don't pay attention to this sport as often. Great story for you with the Canadian twist here. His wife is a heptathlete. She won bronze for Canada.
Wait, heptathlete?
Yes,
How many of
heptathlete,
us is
so 7, if I have it right.
So that's athletic family.
7, 6, yeah. So she won bronze. He had on the Canadian flag when she was going out to compete. I think it was a hat that he had on. And she was out there obviously supporting him. So training in the family must be a little bit easier.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Hepta is what, 6? Now I'm like, no, septa would be 7.
I might have to Google that up.
6, yeah, I should know that.
Women's wrestling, history made.
U.S. woman wins. Do you remember Rulon Gardner? Do you remember that name from 2000? So in Greco-Roman wrestling, he goes out and he beats the Russian in Greco-Roman wrestling, the Russian who had 13 world championships and Olympic medals to his name. And this was exactly what this young woman, Helen Maroulis, did. Saori Yoshida is the Japanese woman who had dominated 13 straight world championships, 3 straight Olympic golds, and now she gets knocked off by this young woman. She wrestled in college. She was from Maryland, moved to Marquette, Michigan, kept training, and she has done sort of the unthinkable. So you could, to me, you could put her on that Rulon Gardner stage. It was never supposed to happen, and here she is, this young woman in her 20s, and does it.
Yeah, we just saw a great shot of her looking very, very relieved and grateful and proud.
And afterwards, crying and saying, "I want my mom." That moment, we see the ads like, "Where's my mom? I want to share it with this person who has sacrificed with me."
Oh God, you're gonna make me cry. Dana Jacobson, thank you so much.
Thank you.